One of Game of Thrones' longest-running bad guys remained a mystery to readers and viewers until the HBO series' 8th and final season. The Night King, the ancient creature who created and led the formidable army of the dead. We still don't know much about the White Walker King, but from behind-the-scenes tidbits to fan theories, he is the untold truth of this menacing bad guy. Slovakian actor Vladimir Furdik might be the most recognizable face of the Night King at this point, but the truth is he only started playing the character in the show's 6th season. Prior to that, the role was played by Richard Brake, best known for films like Batman Begins or Kingsman: The Secret Service. Brake and Furdik actually overlapped. While Brake was playing the Night King, Furdik played the high-ranking White Walker that Jon Snow shatters to pieces with his Valyrian steel sword. The transition between the two actors was so seamless that many may not have noticed, though some fans found Brake's appearance even more frightening. Furdik was an indispensable part of the Thrones team long before he stepped into the Night King's frozen shoes. He worked on everything from the fight scene at the Tower of Joy, as well as performing and working on everything from high falls to intense sword fights. When it came time to recast the Night King, there was no better choice than Furdik, who knew the show's action set pieces inside and out. Though the Night King's human name is never revealed and audiences still don't have a firm handle on his personal history, the show did confirm during Season 6 that he was once a human. He was a member of the group known as the First Men, and he was used as a pawn by the Children of the Forest. The Children of the Forest made a home in Westeros long before humans existed, and were settled happily in the Seven Kingdoms until they were forced to deal with the First Men. After the First Men crossed from Essos into what is now Dawn, they came into conflict with the Children. In the end, the Children were responsible for creating the Night King when they took one of the First Men hostage and plunged dragon glass into his heart. In doing so, they inadvertently created ultimate evil by making the first ever White Walker as a means of defending themselves against men.
It was you. You made the White Walkers.
We were at war. We were being slaughtered.
The creation of the Night King turned out to cause more problems than it solved. After all, an undead monster who can raise entire armies of zombies is bound to cause a few issues. He turned against the Children of the Forest, and they were forced to fight back. When the First Men and Children of the Forest found themselves under attack by the White Walkers, the two warring factions were forced to team up and work together to save both. Ultimately, the First Men triumphed at the Battle of the Dawn. After the war was over, the First Men worked with giants and the Children to build the wall. White Walkers have always been a big part of Thrones' mythology.
Correct. Student of history, are you?
After all, the show's pilot opened with White Walkers attacking members of the Night's Watch. Every now and then, during the show's earlier seasons, viewers would be reminded that no matter what else was going on in Westeros, the White Walkers were still out there and ready to attack. You might think the Night King has been around for the whole show, but he actually didn't make his first appearance until Season 4's Oathkeeper. That's the episode which finally reveals the fate of the many babies viewers saw offered as sacrifices. Drawing the audience's first ever glimpse of the Night King, he turns a baby into a White Walker. Throughout the series, the show has diverged dramatically from the books. Author George R.R. Martin, for his part, has a lot to say about the Night King's history, and especially wants to make sure people don't confuse the two figures he sees as especially distinct, the Night's King and the Night King.
I'm a bit confused.
The Night King audiences know and fear isn't the same as the Night's King. As Martin has explained, the Night's King is a legendary figure like Bran the Builder. In the books, the Night's King was an early commander of the Night's Watch. Thanks to an ill-fated love affair, he turned against the Watch, causing the King beyond the Wall and the King in the North to band together and take him down. This little distinction might not seem important, but ultimately it serves to distinguish two similarly named but radically different characters. As the Night King makes his way through the icy north and builds up his army, it remains a mystery as to what he wants beyond destruction, death, and to move beyond the wall. In spite of that inscrutability, Furdik has made some executive decisions about his character motivations. Throughout the show, hints are dropped about why the Night King is who he is and does what he does. In various interviews, Furdik has said that he thinks that the Night King wants revenge for being the Night King in the first place. As a result of years of conflict and mistakes, the Night King became the Night King against his will, and has spent the rest of his existence trying to fight back against those who wronged him. The show also gave viewers one significant piece of evidence about his motives. In the final season's second episode, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, Bran Stark reveals the Night King will come for him to accomplish his true purpose.
An endless night. He wants to erase this world, and I am its memory.
That's what death is, isn't it?
One of the longest-running theories among Thrones fans argues that upon Bran's transformation into the all-knowing Three-Eyed Raven, Bran Stark has actually become a part of the Night King himself. Throughout Bran's training with the previous Raven, he